Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the part 2 of this video. My name is Fred. Okay, so in the part 1 we already drew the front elevation of this camera. Now if this is your first time on this channel, there is a part 1 of this video where we drew the front elevation of this camera. Okay, so this is the part 2. In this part 2 we're going to focus on the plan. So the plan will be drawn here. All right, so once again, if this is your first time here, you should go see the part 1 of this video. Okay, so you will understand how we came about this using this isometric projection of a camera. So this is the front elevation, the end elevation, then this is the plan. So we want to focus on the plan right now. So but before we start drawing, I would like to once again show you in the AutoCAD view of this. Okay, so you would know how the the plan. Now the plan view would look like before we start drawing. All right, okay, so here it is. Okay, in AutoCAD. Now the other time we tilted to view the front elevation and we got something like this. Okay, all right, so you could relate this with the front elevation. All right, now if we go back to let me take this off. All right, back. So now let us view the plan. Okay, the plan from the top. So the plan would take this form. So if you're moving to the top of this camera, we'll have something like this. Good, right? So we have these two knobs here, we have this other knob here. All right, then we have the lens hood, okay, and this cylindrical part here. All right, so the plan will look exactly like this. Now what we're going to do is the front elevation we've drawn, we're going to connect everything, okay, and come up, or rather come out with the plan. I hope that's clear. Now do not forget that once again there is a hidden detail here. Check this out. Okay, directly under, can you see this part here? All right, it will be hidden from the top. So if we're viewing it from the top like this, this is what I'm talking about. There will be what? A hidden detail here. So if I should x-ray this, if I should x-ray, let me x-ray so that you will see it. X-ray. Good. You can see it. That now x-ray will enable you to see through the object, so you can see the hidden detail. So we're going to represent it with broken line. All right, so let me properly put this in plan view. That's top. All right, so this is it. Sorry. Okay, so let me move this. Just a minute. All right, so let me zoom in and adjust down. Okay, so there we go. Now you can see it. So you can take a screenshot of this so that in the process of drawing the plan you will be able to connect and relate. So if I remove this from X-ray and put it on realistic, you might not be able to see all the parts, okay, but you have this. So you know this circular part is here, the other one is here, there's a hidden detail here, so this is what you get. All right, so let's go back to the drawing. Okay, so we need not waste time, you know, drawing these measuring this dimension. Why? Because we already have this dimension from this end to this end, which is a 113, right? Yes, 11.3. So all we need to do is to extend this line with thin lines down, okay, and we have the distance of 113. So I'm just going to align my ruler, or I will get my set square and transfer. So you set your set square, align it to the vertical line, align it to this vertical line, and transfer to this end. All right, just transfer a thin line down at the moment. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer every other part of this elevation, okay, down, so because it will correspond. I don't need to. That is the advantage of transferring lines from already drawn parts in a particular view. Okay, so I wouldn't need to measure anymore. So I will transfer all edges down. This will represent that knob. Then we also have for this big circle there. Then I'm going to transfer this one down too. Don't worry, you will see the essence of the transfers. Then I'm going to transfer this circle down. So just go ahead and transfer all the edges. Okay, so I have succeeded in transferring lines from all the edges, every single transferring line 2, okay, and from all the edges of this elevation. So now from the plan, we know the thickness here is 25, as you can see. Okay, so we're going to measure 25 here. Remember, this is the borderline on which you will draw the plan. Do not draw it, do not extend it to this center thick line. Okay, so we measure 25. That's 2.5. So this is my 2.5. That's my 2.5. Now I will transfer lines. Okay, just align yourself square here. Transfer lines to 2.5. Draw a thin line for now. Thin line for now. Okay, so good. Now remember, we want to draw this part first, the whole of this top here, including these knobs. All right. So now, but you know this part is round, is rounded, like is half a circle, including this other side. All right. I'm not talking about the knob, just the edges. Okay, the turning parts. So now we know that the radius in the part 1 of this video, the radius for drawing this curved part, as I explained already in the part 1, is, since the distance from this side to this other side, that is the thickness of this part of the camera, since the distance is 25, that means if you're going to draw a circle or an arc or a semicircle, as the case may be, you're going to need a radius of 12.5, because definitely 25 is the diameter, then half of the diameter is 12.5. So you stretch 12.5, but there wouldn't be any need to stretch 12.5. Why? Because you've already done that in the drawing. So what you're going to do is transfer the center. Now we have already indicated the center in part 1. Okay, from this edge to this point here is 12.5. So I'm just going to transfer it. The same thing here, from this edge to this center here is 12.5. So I will transfer lines, okay, from those centers down to the plan. Right? So I'll just transfer lines down, and I'll do the same thing here. Okay, so now you know the distance from here, this line to this one is already 25. Okay, the distance. Now we're going to look for the center. We're going to measure, if it is 25, then the center is 12.5. So we just locate the center. So this is 12.5 would be 1.25. So 1.25, this is 1.1.2. 0.25 will just be between 0.2 and 0.3. So that's the center. Then I'll do the same thing here also. I'm going to measure 1.25. So this is 1.1, 0.2, between is 25. So that becomes the center. All right. So what I'll do is just stretch either 12.5 on my pair of compass, or come over here, needle at this center here, stretch to this edge. Okay. That is the 1.25. All right, so just describe an arc like this. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so I just needed to correct a little parallax error. Now, so with this 1.25, sorry, yes, you needle here, all right, and describe half a circle. So it starts from here and it ends here, okay, on the line. So you can make it thick, no problem, like this. So you do the same thing for this other side. Okay, so you do the same thing here. Draw that semicircle. Now this rounded part represents this part, this and this other one here. All right. Okay, so while I was transferring, there were some errors due to parallax that didn't transfer properly, so I had to quickly fix. But make sure whatever it is you're doing the correct thing. Okay, good. So what next? We're going to draw this part, this part here. Okay, so this is it over here. So we're going to draw it using the dimensions. So first of all, what is the length from here to here? So we already have 25. So 25 plus 7 will give us what? 32. All right, you can see the distance from here to here is 32. So what we're going to do is we measure 32 from this point. So we're going to draw this line thick much more later, but I just want to finish this part first. So 32, that would be 3.2. So this is 3.1.2. That's it. Okay, sorry, I measured it on this line. I'm supposed to measure it here. Okay, so this line. So from this point, this is 3.1.2. All right. Okay, so I'm going to transfer line from the center here. So this is where I have my 32. So take note, I'm drawing from here to here. So that is, I'm going to end here. So just draw a thin line for now. We're going to make it thick later. So that's it. Okay. So, yes, I think you are free. You are very, very much okay to draw thick lines now. Okay, so I have drawn the outlines, all right? So I just drew the outlines for now. So this part you're seeing here is this part here, here, over to the other side here, like this. Okay, there's a line at the back, which is this. Okay, now I want to look for this distance here, all right, which is, of course, 18. So I'm going to measure 18 here, measure 18 here. That is on this line. This is it here. Can you see it? From here, I'll measure 18 down. The same thing I will do here. Measure 18 down. Then I'll connect 18 to 18. I hope that's clear. All right. So get your ruler. Measure 18 from those points. I will just measure one 18. That is 1.8, and this is 1.8. So what I'll do is I'll transfer lines there. Remember, from here to here. Now draw a thick line. All right. Then I can now complete the other part here. All right. So I have drawn this line and this line, which is this one. I have drawn this, which is this. So I'm going to connect this part and this part, right? So okay, so we're done with that part. So just draw this part, thick line. Don't draw it across. Stop here. Stop here. Okay, you see this under? I told you the other time from the AutoCAD. This under, you won't be seeing it from the top, so you're going to see it as hidden detail. The under, so you draw this part as a hidden what? Detail, broken line. So that's it. All right. So you can see all these lines I transferred initially, they are playing a very vital role in telling me where to draw each part of the camera. Okay, this top here definitely is represented by this part. Then this sides here corresponding with this. Now you know this part is rounded at the edge. Okay, so that's what you're seeing here on this other side. So now we want to drop the the cylindrical knobs here. Okay, now we already know that the diameter is what, 18, so the radius is going to be what, 9. Okay, 9, that is 0.9. but you already know the distance, so all you have to do is come over here. Either you measure 0.9 or you take this distance here, all right, which is the same thing here. So you should be touching both lines. So just describe a circle here. This is 0.9, right? So you can see that this edge, they are corresponding. So that's the importance of what, transferring line. So you do the same thing on this other side. Okay, so the part we have left is this cylindrical part here and this conical lens hood, right? Now the dimensions are there. Now the question is, what is the distance from, now this cylindrical part, this is the center, this is the other part of this. You can't see because the lens hood is what's covering it. So this is the other part, okay, from the inside looking through the lens hood. This is the center somewhere here. So the question is, what is the distance from here to here? Okay, we can get the distance. We already know the distance from here to here. All right, from here to here, you can see it on the top here, 48. Okay, so you can see 48, right? Now, but we need this distance. So if you know this distance, which is 22, all right, so all you have to do is what, subtract 48, that is this 48, okay, subtract 22 from 48 will leave you with this distance. So this distance is definitely 48 minus 22, that's 26, I guess. Yes, 26. So this distance is 26. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to measure, we're going to extend this line, measure 26 on it. All right, now this cylindrical part here is what you're seeing here, this circle. All right, so if we trace the lines down, you can see it here. So what we're going to do is measure what, 26 as well, and just draw it. Will appear as a rectangle, sort of. Okay, so I'll measure 26 from here. That's 2.6. 2.5.6. That's it. Okay, if I like, I can also measure 26 here, but I wouldn't want to waste time with that. So I'll just transfer. It's the same thing. So transfer a horizontal line from the center to where you have what, 26. All right, let me draw a thin line first because I haven't extended this one just yet. Okay, so draw thin line. I'm going to extend this part until it touches there. So I have it here. So just draw with thick line. So I've gotten this cylindrical part here. Okay, as this. Now what next is this conical lens hood. All right, so what is the distance from the center here to this center here is 22. So I'm going to measure 22 from here. So from here, this is 20, 21, 22, that's 2.2. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is 2.2. So I'll transfer lines from the center to where I have 2.2 there, and draw a thin line for now. Okay, good. Now what is the diameter? This diameter is 68. If it is 68, that means you have 34 to the right, 34 to the left, because 34 plus 34 will give you 68. So get your ruler in position. So that's 34, right? So this is the 34 is the center. So this 34 is sorry, here. So this is 34. So this is 0. This is 34, and this is 68. That's 6.8. All right. So I've already even transferred it, as you can see. All right. I think I forgot to extend this one. We don't even need to necessarily measure. We already have our answers right from the beginning. So from this point to this point is 38. sorry, 68. So just connect these. All right, and that gives you the complete plan. All right, so now you can go back to the previous AutoCAD projection of the plan and compare everything you've seen that I explained there with what you've drawn, and you would see that everything is the same way it was projected. All right, so this is the part 2 of this video. We're done with the plan. So the part 3, we're going to deal with the end elevation viewing from the side. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel and also like these videos. And if you have any question, just send me a DM. My number is on the about. If you go to my about info, you'll see my number there. Send me your questions, ask questions, and I'll be available. I'll be on ground to answer. And also, if you need this, a copy of this, you can get it from the textbook by K. Mulling. All right, I explained that in the part 1 of this video. Or you can just reach out to me and I will send you a PDF copy of this so you can try your hands on. All right, thanks for watching. See you some other time.